The case to analyze is Vattenfall against Germany. Vattenfall is a Swedish multinational corporation that generates energy and operates in many countries of Europe like Germany, Denmark, the Netherlands, and the United Kingdom. This MNC started its operation in Germany in 1998, being part of Basa Energy in Hamburg. Thanks to its good political connections, Vattenfall could grow in German market and continues to expand until it became the third largest company to provide energy in this country. Vattenfall and Germany have legal troubles because of the model and infrastructure to Vattenfall infringing environmental laws of Germany. The first antecedent of these troubles is located in international demand to Vattenfall made against the German government. According to the MNC, the German government violates the Treaty of Energy Charter because of the delay of construction permission of the new electric facility near Hamburg. Ministry of Environment argument to construction to this new facility caused contamination to the river. In this case, Vattenfall won and the government gave permission to build this facility near to Elba River. The second problem came when the German government decided to close all nuclear plants inside its territory, which represents trouble to Vattenfall to decide to demand the government again because economic losses caused closing to those plants. How has governmental politics helped or hurt the MNC? Germany and Vattenfall have a mixed relation. In the beginning, policies and key figures allowed to this multinational grow and expand, buying shares of important national companies. Even Angela Merkel defends this multinational and used its nuclear plants. But after the Fukushima incident, political positions changed, and the government damaged the operation of Vattenfall and obligated this MNC to demand the German government. Vattenfall started its operation in Germany in 1998, after the deregulation of German market. In this case, should be considered deregulation policies help Vattenfall and other multinationals to establish in the German market, considered the largest in all Europe. Besides, Vattenfall had good relations with key figures like Hamburg's social democratic mayor that allowed this MNC to acquire the 25.1 shares of Hue, one of the most energetic companies in Germany. This deal is considered one of the biggest deals of Vattenfall. For 2003, good relations and policies allow Vattenfall will be positioned like the third largest electricity company in Germany. Unfortunately, the good relations between the German government and Vattenfall changed after Fukushima's incident. Before that, Chancellor Angela Merkel defends the peaceful use of nuclear energy, but after that incident decided to change her energetic politics and close all plans to use nuclear energy. This policy directly affected Vattenfall that has two energy plants in Germany. This damage obligates Vattenfall to demand the German states before the ICSID for losses. To this policy cost that ascend to $1,000 million only in 2011. How does MNC interact with the government? The beginning of the relation between the German government and Vattenfall should be considered beneficial for both actors. In the first place, Germany has an MNC to provide energy using the nuclear power, and Vattenfall, using good connections with this government, reached third place in the largest market of Europe. But in 2011, the policies of the German government changed and caused troubles to Vattenfall. The new energy policies of the German government obligated Vattenfall to close their nuclear plants. To defend those operations, Vattenfall demanded Germany. According to this MNC, the new policy of Germany is a violation of the Treaty on the Energy Charter, which also hurts stockers. German government dismisses this demand, arguing it lacks merit, but ICSID decided to continue with the case. Relations between both actors has two periods. In the first period, there is a mutual benefit because Vattenfall used political connections to increase its operations in this market, and Germany granted energy to its population. This period ends after the Fukushima incident and pressure of public opinion against the German government. The second period to this relation is characterized by the mutual attack between both actors. Vattenfall that felt prejudiced for the closing to these facilities, and the German government decided to defend against the demand of the MNC.
Were there payoffs, tax incentives, or benefits given? Vattenfall, thanks to its good connection with Hamburg's politician, could enter the biggest energetic market in all Europe. This relation also gives control of national German companies like Cable and continues to expand inside the German market. Also, Vattenfall is part of the Treaty on the Energy Charter that protects international investors to energetic sector against all kinds of change in this energetic policy of the governments and harms their investment. This treaty imposes large sums of money against governments and is a norm of security to international investors because allows them to use a parallel judicial system. How would you describe the country to NEC relationship? At the beginning of this relation, Vattenfall used its political connection to expand inside of a profitable market like Germany. The German government benefits too because the regulation allows more companies decide to invest in the country. However, since 2010, both actors experimented with some problems because environmental politics to Germany decide to use and demands Vattenfall use against those policies that considerate affected their investors. The first example of this difficult situation was the demand to Vattenfall put to the German government because construction of a power plant near Hamburg that used coal to produce electricity. According to the government, this plant put in the danger a water supply to the population who live near. The same scenario happened in 2011 when the government decided to close nuclear plants and the Vattenfall was forced to demand government again. The main problem with this relation is the model of business of Vattenfall that degrades the environment to increase its profits. While the German government decided to use international standards in energy production, this conflict of interests is the main cause of the dismissed relation between NEC and the government. Why did the country's government accept? Germany decided to implement a deregulation policy to attract more investors to this country, especially in the energy sector. Vattenfall was one of the NEC benefits of this new policy. The second factor to help this NEC was a strong connection to political characters in the Hamburg. To give this MEC the chance to buy stocks from national companies and continues to expand its operation. The third factor to help this relation was the political speech to use nuclear energy and the benefits to this energy. Despite all benefits and political connection with the MEC, Germany decided to change its speech and energy policies because of international policies caused by the Fukushima incident.